Dhalsim's attacks allow Psylocke to super jump guard cancel. Since Dhalsim counts as a main character during this time, his limbs can provide Y boost. In this case, Dhalsim air dashes down before doing a far light kick. That allows Psylocke to recover in time to follow up. The downward Y boost from the far hard kick will allow Psylocke to follow up. Dhalsim hits Shumagorath once Flying Scream was set by Psylocke. This causes B-hit FSD. Dhalsim air dashes down as his Yoga Fire connects, causing downward Y boost. In this case, Dhalsim air dashes up before doing his far light kick, causing upward Y boost. Since Dhalsim is still flying, the combo meter cannot reset. Since the crouching hard kick hits away from Storm, it gives her enough time to recover and repeat her attack. Furthermore, it creates space by hitting more than one Servbot at a time. Attacks that hit projectiles don't experience hit stop. Therefore, Storm is able to super jump guard cancel right away. Ruby Heart's Ghost will allow Cyclops to super jump guard cancel. Cyclops tapped back for one frame before super jumping and once again before double jumping. This causes him to travel much faster than normal, allowing him to follow up after the gene splice. This is how the combo would turn out without super jump guard cancel. Psylocke's Psyblast nulls and goes through certain projectile types. Sakura's Super Freeze causes a Psyblast to go through her. Sakura's Teleport starts up instantly and has no recovery. This combo only works on the Japanese version of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Guile's blades will not freeze in the American version. Each blade counts as one hit. Spiral must nullify all but the last one. Magneto dashes down after he reaches the peak of his super jump. He then does a chain combo slowly in order to begin floating upward. Sentinel push blocks in order to stay in guard stun longer. This will allow him to counter as late as possible. Spiral goes up to Magneto using the down and hard kick version of her teleport. This puts her right underneath Magneto. The inputs are light punch, down light kick, medium punch, wait, light punch, down light kick, hard punch, hard kick, wait, hard punch, hard kick. Although not visible, when Magneto's hypergraph ended, it caused him to move upward a little. This allowed him to do the first chain combo without moving downward. Magneto walks forward after the hard kick connects in order to move Spiral near the blade. As a result, Spiral gets hit by the blade the frame after crouching light kick's hit stop. The blade counts as assist FSD, and since it hits Spiral immediately after the crouching light kick, Magneto is able to super jump cancel it. If Magneto had not walked forward before doing his crouching light kick, the super jump cancel window would have gone away by the time Spiral hit the blade. Meg Zangief's FSD dash is very slow. This gives Amingo time to move away and hit him while he's FSD dashing. As a result, the screen becomes locked from left to right. Amingo maintains the effect by doing a snap out early so that it hits Dhalsim as he's FSD dashing. Dhalsim air dashes after the peak of his super jump. As a result, he will have a different momentum after hitting Colossus. Dhalsim moves back after the close hard kick. If he had done a far hard kick, he would not have been able to follow up. This is a one-frame link. Dhalsim has to dash down back in order to combo a far hard kick. However, he must also hold forward while pressing the hard kick, or it will not combo. FSD occurs. Since the screen is locked, Colossus cannot move away from the corner. However, Dhalsim can, so he comes in from the left when FSD occurs. Zangief's FSD dash is slow enough that it allows other characters to keep him from entering the screen. Anakaris' grab moves Zangief to the other side without breaking flying screen. As a result, he is unable to enter the screen. Psylocke sets FSI 2 for herself. This will allow her to trigger flying screen with one hit. The counter bug causes the screen to scroll faster than Psylocke's super. Psylocke's hard kick triggers flying screen and hits Doom into her butterfly. She then double jumps away from the screen in order to be able to follow up. FSD occurs and FSD dash cancels Psylocke's double jump. Sabretooth tags during the time that the bug repeats actions. The team hyper combo freezes the bugged character on screen. The character will remain frozen in that position for exactly 14 minutes. About 13 minutes later, Magneto positions himself right above Sentinel so that his hypergrav will break his armor. The hypergrav counts as 2 hits when it connects at this position. In order for light attacks to combo on a character with super armor, each hit needs to connect 5 frames apart. If this doesn't happen, the game's hit counter will not show 2 hits. In this case, each hypergrav orb hits 1 frame apart, so the game does not show 2 hits. The down light kick is given upward Y boost by the super jump. This allows Magneto to follow up with a standing light punch. This time neutral light kick was done as to keep Sentinel in the same position. The hard punch hits from behind, allowing Magneto to follow up as Sentinel is passing over him. Sabretooth prevents Magneto from switching sides. Sabretooth can be moved by grounded characters. However, he still provides resistance against Magneto's dash. As a result, Magneto moves him slightly to the left. By doing so, Magneto is able to jump in between both characters. Flying screen cannot be triggered while Sabretooth is on screen. Magneto's combo is performed about 13 minutes after the initial bug occurs so that Sabretooth can trigger the force field's hit. Moreover, the force field's input was ended with up forward as to cause stored Y boost. In other words, Magneto cancelled his super jump by using the force field, causing both characters to be hit up higher than normal. Magneto does his light punch as soon as possible in order to avoid turning around. Finally, flying screen can be triggered during this time because Sabretooth is no longer on screen. The dash is inputted using 2 punches. It is then cancelled by pressing down for 1 frame. As a result, Spiral throws 1 sword every other frame. Spiral recovers before Doom's light kick finishes. Doom recovers before Spiral's launcher hits. Doom does a hard kick during the window that Spiral can super jump cancel her light kick. This allows Spiral to super jump guard cancel.
Doom is close enough to the ground that he does not bounce after being hit. As a result, he can do a light punch, from which Spiral's super jump guard cancels. He then does a crouching hard kick, which is immediately super jump cancelled.
Doom does a super jumping hard kick on the frame that he becomes airborne. Since Doom is very low to the ground, he is forced to land right away. Doom goes under Spiral using a crouching hard kick, which he then super jump guard cancels once Spiral does a light kick. Since Doom's jumping hard kick is done close to the ground, he doesn't bounce back after it hits. Since the first kick allowed Doom to land so soon, when he does another super jumping hard kick, the game animates him very low to the ground. This causes Doom to land immediately after the hard kick begins. This is possible due to the frame skipping cycle that MVC2 has. The game has two patterns for frame skipping. If the game was set on the other pattern, the game would skip the frame that allows Doom to super jump right after landing. This sequence depends on the important frames being registered by the game. If any other frame was not registered, this sequence would not work. Doom goes under Spiral using a crouching hard kick. Since there is nothing to super jump guard cancel, he super jumps and does hard kick in order to get into standing animation. Doom does his Sphere Flame super as Spiral falls down. When Spiral's grab does not connect right before she lands, she is moved to the other side. This cancels Doom's super animation. Spiral must do the standing hard kick immediately after landing in order to prevent herself from switching directions. Spiral's teleport is instant once the input is finished. This allows her to teleport out of Doom's super. The Super Optic Blast hits about twice as much when it's underneath an off-screen character who has a wide hitbox. Cammy goes through Venom since he's invincible during this time. Captain Commando's assists hit the dummy no matter where they are on screen. Since Colossus is facing the left side, his assist comes out from the right. Magneto is no longer in hit stun. As such, if the shockwave connects during this time, it will trigger flying screen. Magneto does a hard punch on the first frame of his recovery. He then air dashes downward as soon as possible. The normal attack is necessary in order to allow Magneto to air dash. Colossus backdashes into the shockwave at the last possible moment. Since Magneto is not fully visible on screen, his hypergrav is cancelled by FSD dash. The hypergrav will only count as 2 hits when it connects as an OTG. One hit causes OTG stun and the other one captures Colossus. Magneto taunts as soon as possible before the hypergrav connects. This allows him to follow up before Colossus is released. If Magneto's hypergrav wasn't cancelled by FSD dash, he wouldn't have had time to get this specific follow-up.
Leave it to me.
The Air Hyper Viper Beam connects before Colossus leaves the screen completely.